welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
This country will not improve, nor will it grow or develop if we don't learn to have honest conversations. I will not betray my conscience by supporting wrong things in the name of the unity. Unity must be around what is right. Politically, I will never betray my conscience. One should just ask themselves, how have these people managed to escape the long hand of the UPND of accusations and court cases and jail term? How have these people escaped? President Edgar Chagwa, may his soul rest in peace, though we haven't buried him after 7 months, which is really sad. He actually apologized to Zambians, saying that we did not control our cadres in the Patriotic Front coming up to 2021 elections. Our cadres as a PF were not operating as they should have been. There was a lot of hooligan Caderism. A number of them believed in violence and intolerance. These are words that we know that President Edgar Chagwa himself apologized. Now, who was at the helm of this? The Patriotic Front in 2021 saw a number of independent candidates coming into parliament, and a number of them, majority of them, were actually PF members who were denied an adoption certificate, and they stood on independent. They went through. So whoever was at the helm of adoption papers in the PF is the person who has led us to this point, where we have members of parliament that have betrayed the Patriotic Front, deserted the Patriotic Front, sold out the Patriotic Front, voted for Bill 7. And I'll tell you, you can say whatever you want to say. You say that we should keep this in-house. Look, where we are as the Patriotic Front, there is nothing we can protect at this point. We must reach ground zero as a party and then begin to rise. That's the only way out. The levels of indiscipline in the party requires that nobody operates without addressing what is really going on in the party. I'll never betray my conscience. I don't know, for many of you politicians, it's no longer about the people. I have always desired to become a member of parliament simply because I wanted to be part of the people that create laws, that make policies, that will in turn help the Zambian people improve their lives. There must be policy that ties to garbage collection, that can truly turn garbage into gold. There must be policy that helps our addicts who are in the compounds and in the villages to find assistance. There must be policies and laws that help our young people to find a way of beginning their businesses. There must be policies that will help vulnerable women and men who find themselves out in the cold to find shelter and a place to start afresh. There must be policies tied to us as Zambians to begin enjoying our minerals. There must be policies tied to having more Zambians owning the production lines or activities of this nation. There must be policies. And I know that only happens through parliament. And that's why it's my desire to be a parliamentarian. Because I believe there must be a point whereby policy meets what's required so that we can transform our nation. And not just trying efforts of cleaning up garbage control and saying garbage is gold and yet there's no policy to tie the two together so that meaningful transformation can take place. People's lives are at stake. When there are no medicines in the hospital, people die when it could have been prevented. Many politicians, It's only about yourselves now. It's only about what you can benefit. You have given up on a better Zambia. It's all about yourself. And I'm speaking to everybody, opposition and ruling. I'm speaking to all of us as politicians. Too many of us. It's no longer about the people. I will not betray my conscience. Politically, we should be able at least to do what is right. In our personal lives, we are all failing in one way or the other. That's why I say we don't need to focus on people's personal lives, who they're sleeping with and who whatever. We don't need to know those details, but we're concerned about your type of leadership. We should focus on the type of leadership. And I'm not one to hide debt under the carpet. When people have decided to show the entire country how indisciplined they are, how reckless they are, how treacherous they can be, you are basically dismantling the patriotic front right in our eyes and packaging it. Sadly, I must admit, too many politicians don't care about ordinary Zambians anymore. It's about how they can get gratification immediately for themselves. Immediate personal financial gratification. Immediate positional gratification. Immediate authority gratification. But nothing really about the people of Zambia. Ichalo kale chao nauka. Ifasi kikale folisi nyehile. Akuna suluko na kweza uti lifasi liluke. Kilo chao ketu kala. Fobe to aninga kubane. You've given up. Atkale chao nauka. Chinaonongekani kudala ziko inaonongekani kudala kubiva chile. That's your attitude. So abachicha mene musakila chenu kudya. Imwana bana bana. Kudya fe mweka na bana benu. Kuichela mina ni bana bamina. Kujali ne bana benu. Forgetting about them ordinary Zambians. It pains me. Chilani jisa, ijisi. The condition of our country. Chilani jisa. We have sacrificed too much to allow the people who are at the helm of hooligan Caderism during the time of the PF to come back and be at the helm of so-called campaigns. No. No. We can't betray our conscience. And we shouldn't betray our conscience. I know others you trust in your charms. You know, I've heard some people have mystical stones. Others have charms. They've bathed in charms. I have nothing of that sort. I only trust in God Almighty who created me. I was created for a purpose. And I've heard so many people say, you have to go beyond Christianity. You must look for people to worship you, to what. And I'll not say too much about what others can do. I only have God Almighty to trust in. And God Almighty, I'm depending on the creator of me to protect me and preserve me, because I'm living amongst treacherous human beings that do not believe in honesty and truthfulness. Hypnotizing people and turning people into zombie-like praise singers that are just there to praise even what is wrong. What is wrong? Someone was at the helm of leading youthful cadres into hooligan Caderism. They have never seen a day in court. I should trust them. Bishop Alec Bana was not even a politician. They have managed to find something about a car. Ella Iwe, were running cadres by PF, who among us were so many hooligan cadres, but not even one day in court. Finchi wala and Shayana by UPND. And you want me to trust you? No. You have issues, unfinished roads, and all those things, and yet not even one day in court. And I should trust that you mean well for the patriotic front. You are creating parallel structures. And I should trust that you mean well. I will not betray my conscience. God is there to vindicate. I am ready to trust God to death. If God doesn't protect me and you get to me and you harm me, it's okay. I will not trust in any charms, in any mystical stones. I only trust in God Almighty. But I'll speak the truth without fear and favor, because people's lives are at stake. We can't replace a bad leader with another bad leader. No! Zambia deserves better leadership and not somebody who's selling us to the UPND. Voila. Never.
Oh my goodness.